Welcome back to Daytime. Each and every month we come to you with some first aid basics. And I think the one we're talking about today is perfect for the holiday season because a lot of people are spending a lot of time in the kitchen. We're cooking up lots of stuff. We have other dangers around the house, you know, Christmas lights and candles and that sort of thing. Today we are talking about burns, and joining us, as usual, is Rob Wilson from the Ottawa Paramedics. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you both?
Oh, we're good. We're good. Look, hey, you didn't watch Host Chat? We're great. Come on now.
Doing
Holiday
excellent.
season.
We're
pumped.
full of energy and ready to learn.
Now, there are different degrees of burns, right, Rob? What's the difference between first, second, and third, first of all?
Well, first of all, I have to point out that as a paramedic, we should, if you plan to prevent a burn from occurring, it won't happen. Most burns are accidental. It's as simple as the pot being turned in with the child pulling it down on top of themselves. There's different types of burns. There's the first, second, and third degree burns. They're caused by different types of things. There can be the open flame. Okay. Where you're reaching into the fireplace to stoke something up, you burn yourself. Scalding, where the child pulls down the water, or an elderly person pours water on themselves. Sunburn, where that's a radiation type burn, and then the caustic, where you have the household chemicals that can spill on them.
Right.
Okay.
Leading statistics show that infants to 2-year-olds are the ones that are admitted most to hospital for burns, and it's very sad because we get them all the time, especially around the Christmas season. Mom and dad will be partying up or having dinner, and they'll just reach up, pull the coffee cup down on top of themselves.
Right. And all these are avoidable.
All of them are avoidable, and most burns occur in the kitchen or in the bathroom. So you can see somebody steps into the tub, it's too hot, and they burn themselves.
Okay.
So when we're looking at degree of burns, there's 3 degrees, like I said. The first degree, the second degree, and third degree. That's the layers of skin you have. You have the top layer, the middle layer, and the bottom layer.
Okay.
So first degree burn would be a severe sunburn. So you're out in the sun, you're out there for too long, your skin gets bright red, and it's really painful. The treatment for that is just to cool yourself down and apply some aloe gel to make sure that the skin doesn't start to peel and die.
So how should you cool yourself down? Just
some cool water or a nice cool bath. No chemicals. They used to say put like that solar cane on. No, we just say cool it down as paramedics and make sure that you keep yourself warm in between. You don't want to cool yourself down too much because your temperature control mechanism gets lost when you're burnt.
Okay.
Okay.
And then apply your aloe gel, just like you would.
Right away?
Right away, because it starts the healing process, and aloe is a natural healing agent for burns.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
The next level would be a second degree burn, which is a little more severe. A severe burn or a scald burn. You pour hot water on yourself. The skin gets really, really red and gets blistered up, and it's really painful. You got to make sure you don't pop the blisters, because if you do, that's a route for infection. And the treatment for that is the same. So what we'll do is we'll use Melanie.
I'm prepared.
We're doing the demo on Melanie today.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are sterile burn dressings that we use paramedics carry, but you can just use a cotton sheet at home. And what we want to do is you want to drape something over top of the burn site and keep it cool.
Okay.
Stop the burn from occurring. Okay, so we'll get Melanie roll up her arm there.
Yeah, that's about as far as it can go.
Okay.
Is that good?
Here, let me move around to this side, right?
I'll give the dressings to Derek, and you can throw them on the arm.
So we're just laying it.
Second degree.
Second degree burn and third degree burn. The first degree burn is a simple burn, but you can have if you have a full body burn, that's pretty severe, and you should call us.
Right. Okay. So I'm just layering it on here.
Layering it on.
Okay.
Dry, and this is the water you're going to use, Derek.
All right.
This is sterile water that we have, but tap water is good. But you don't want to use pond water or something that has bacteria in it, because you will get a really bad infection. And that's usually how people pass away from burns, is the infection afterwards.
So what if you're up at the cottage, you know, and you don't have something available? What should you do?
Even well water is better than using standing water.
Okay.
So that's not the best, but use what you have to try to keep yourself cool, and call 911, get the paramedics there to treat you right away.
Okay.
Now, is it better to use very, very cold water on the burn, or should it be kind of in the medium
In
range?
the cool range, because your skin is your temperature control as well. You lose all that ability if you have a second degree burn. It starts to go away.
Okay.
So if you put cold water on, your body can't adjust itself, and you'll actually go into shock. You'll be going into hypothermia.
Okay.
Cold, so
I'm just pouring this on.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a little chilly.
Yeah, I cooled them in the snowbank.
Attaboy. You were thinking of me, weren't you?
So you keep putting that on. As paramedics, we use tons of water on a burn. We'll constantly be drenching the person with water.
Okay.
So that's the treatment for a second degree. And a third degree burn is the most dangerous one that we'll run into, and that's where it goes right down to the fatty tissue.
Yeah.
And inside the arm, it will actually be black and charred. It may not be painful, so you can take and touch it. It won't be painful.
Really?
It'll just be around the outer edges.
What would be an example of an accident that could happen where someone would suffer a third-degree burn?
House fire is usually a motor vehicle collision.
Okay.
Chemicals spilt on a person can cause a third-degree burn.
Okay.
With that sort of thing, you want to make sure you remove all constrictive clothing, because you'd be amazed at how a person swells up when they get burns. Their body just balloons up. And
really?
So you have to cut off the rings, restrictive clothing, the bra, the T-shirts, anything that can cause compression of it, because that can cut off circulation.
So is that one of the first things you do? Remove the person's jewelry, remove their clothes?
Get it off as soon as you can.
Okay.
And make sure you call us, because if there's a third-degree burn, they probably have lung problems, and we have to treat that right away. And it's the same type of thing. Just pour the cold water on, and then afterwards, make sure you keep them warm. It's kind of keep them cool and then keep them warm, but they've lost their temperature regulating control completely.
Okay.
Right.
So I think the key here that first-degree burns mostly are manageable.
Are manageable.
But when you come to the second and third degree, that's when you guys should definitely be called.
Yeah, call us, because we have the tools to treat it. And it's really good that we have the Ottawa General, because it is the burn center for Eastern Ontario. So if you're severely burnt, we'll transport you to the General. Perfect. They'll treat you there, and if it's even worse, they could send you to Toronto or Montreal.
Thanks so much for being here again, Rob. It's always a pleasure and always phenomenal tips.
Yeah.
Now, coming back, we're actually going to be speaking with the Alzheimer's Society. Very interesting, so stay tuned for that.